still go.
Con.
Has the red thing been on?
Yeah, it was on.
Okay. I've finished this precept out now that you know, we had to, hey, this is how you deal with the elements, man. We war out here, man. This is Isaiah 51:23. And it says, but I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee, which said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over. You know?
Con. Listen, the Most High is already almost sealed up his elect. All right? The whole thing that the world has to know at this point is that Esau is going to start his full-fledged attack on on Babylon. So yes, Jacob, you know, hey, listen, 2/3 gonna have to go through a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but the whole Babylon is gonna come under a specific attack. There will be a time where regular people are gonna be forced to make a decision, but really that decision's already been made. Okay, thousands of years ago, as the scripture says. All right. They don't have a chance. Whether they say, I ain't taking it, the chip, whatever, but most of the people will be swayed and pushed, all right, by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to be able to take the chip, to fall in line like they do now, to accept whatever this kingdom has for them, to transition them into a transcendence. That movie that Johnny Depp had, where he's part machine, well, that's what the chip is. The chip, like Johnny Mnemonic, putting information inside you, be able to program you, all right? And that's exactly what the scriptures are talking about. The Lord's talking about in his scriptures that it's about to get real out here. When you don't see the men of the Lord, when you don't see the brothers coming out doing anything, when you don't see any videos, when you see it's $100 for a YouTube account to be able to see brothers, hey, it's a wrap. That's it. All right? For the apostles and elders to put out a decree to even say, hey, listen, you should be doing three videos a day. That just lets you know the spirit is on the apostles, the men of the prophets of the Lord, to basically say, get ready. Get ready to what the kingdom is going to be like.
Because you're not going to be able to do videos in a minute.
That's right.
I got his precept. This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days coming, saith the Lord, that Salakia, behold, the days coming, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Khan, you know how many people, we across the street from a library, that library's closed down. They built another one, but there's a lot of people that live here, plus there's a lot of people downtown Skid Row, bathing the fountain behind us, the whole deal. When this library was closed, all right, when they said we're not gonna have it here no more, a lot of people were stuck. You see a lot of people Sunday afternoon walk up to that library and it was closed. They're trying to get in, looking through those dark windows, everything, but it was a wrap. Just like that, the scripture says there won't be a library, a catalog, information, knowledge, and wisdom that you'll be able to receive, because it'll be a wrap. It's cut off. Understand that the Lord is now playing. There's love. He is a power of love, but he's also a power of judgment. Okay? A power of rules and regulations and laws. All right? Your chance is now. The love is now that you're receiving. Hey, the Most High could just come through and destroy this place. Don't give you no chance. Don't give you no time to get right or get ready. All right? But this is love that he puts on the hearts of men to come out here, and you got the nerve to come up and preach and talk to us about love. This is our platform. We have it on our spirit to come out and to tell our people and the other nations exactly what's going to happen. So don't waste our time, okay, by telling us the little mantra of love that none of you guys follow.
Nah, because it's lip service. That's what they think they're supposed to say. They're supposed to say, "Oh, I love you."
Right.
Bitch, this is Amos 8 and 12. It's Sheaves a Jake. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we gonna see.
Right.
And this thing is women. You gonna be saved through childbearing. We ain't looking for no Stella Artois type bitches, man. We're not looking for no so-called benevolent woman. No, you're gonna be saved to be popped.
Come.
You're going to be saved to bring, because the Lord's got a nice womb on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of these women gonna be saved for. Because your womb is bare, it's gonna be popped, man.
Come.
You gonna look good because the Lord wants he wants some what's it called? Party gifts for the men of the Lord, man. That's full. He wants some party gifts. When we get on them chariots after deliverance, what did Noah do? He drank wine. You don't think he did anything, man?
Come.
When we get out of this position, we're gonna be he's gonna take us to the other wilderness, and we're gonna be popping.
That's right.
We're gonna have, just like in the wilderness of the wilderness after Egypt, babies were being born.
That's right.
So what do you think they're doing in that desert? Popping. So that's why these women are gonna be saved, man. And then let me finish this verse, and it says Amos 8 and 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro for the word of the Lord and shall not find it. And it also says in Daniel that knowledge shall run to and fro by way of the internet. Right. So they're going to go on the internet to and fro trying to find the word, and they ain't going to be able to find it. You might find old videos, but for recent updates, you won't be able to find, man.
You know, hey, listen, what the brother said, let me think, you know, there's wedding crashers. There's also people, because what they do, they pry and they prey rather on women, on people that go celebrate at the reception, at the actual wedding, and they kick it and they pop. People do that for funerals too. A lot of people have a lot of kids being conceived right after somebody died. Because what do you feel like doing? After war, after someone dies, you feel like popping.
That's why they say widows are the most easiest susceptible to talk to.
That's right.
You go talk to a widow, she's more susceptible to give you the box, man.
Yeah.
Because she's widowing, she's grieving.
Yeah. What did Tony Montana tell that chick in Scarface after he just killed Tony? He walked up to her and he said, "Hey, Tony's gone, you coming with me." It wasn't no, how did it happen? Oh, what? Oh my God, no. She got his stuff. It was like, he dead? Well, I guess what time. She was in a negligee and everything, all right? He was like, it's a wrap.
He took her.
He took her.
And
it was like, you coming with me? It wasn't even no problem.
And she went.
Widow. She knew she was a widow. He gone.
That's why these women are nothing, man.
That's right.
Don't invest nothing in these fucking women. Yeah, don't invest nothing in these women. That's like a brother showed me a video. They were pranking a woman. He was pranking his girlfriend or something like that, and the girl came to the house, and the dude was lying on the bed, bloody, shanked up, right? And she's like, oh my goodness, right? But then the dude he had the dude pop up in a clown mask, right? From behind the bed. And she's like, oh my God, don't kill me. She's like, I'll do it, I'll suck your dick. And the guy on the bed, he was like, hold up. He got up, he was like, hold on, what? You gonna suck his dick? Bitch, I'm laying there dead.
You're right, yeah.
He's like, you won't even suck my dick on the regular when I'm alive.
Wow.
So that showed that woman was willing. The dude's body ain't even cold yet. And she was already getting ready to slap him right there in the room. So do not invest in these women, man.
Absolutely
These women are your enemy, man. They are here strictly to fuck with you, man. Until the kingdom, when they can't mess with you.
That's right.
The only time a woman's gonna speak is when she's getting piped, man.
That's right.
Talking about yes, my Lord, no, my Lord. There ain't gonna be no shit. You've been with her for a couple of years. Now she gained some clout. No, man. They're gonna be in subjection unto us.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna have no mates, or we gonna have helpmates, man. You're gonna be like, well, I'm finna go to my other woman's house. She's looking real nice today. I seen her early. I'm gonna go pop her. And your woman's gonna look at you and say, well, dinner will be on the table at 7, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Or the 9th hour, the 8th hour. The food will be ready for you, baby, my lord.
God.
You're gonna go out the house and come back whenever you want to, man.
God.
We living in hell, man. Everything is hell right now. The condition of the women, the condition of the earth is utter hell, man. You know?
Come. I got scripture, man.
Yeah, come.
Might as well get it out.
Yeah, we can get this right, you know.
Yeah, come.
Come.
This is Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy.
See? She that is mine enemy. You got a bunch of dudes, but I tell you like this, man. Some of the guys I got into fights with, I became cool with. In the time of fighting, you know what I'm saying? But that's when you were a kid. The dudes you would get into a fight with, you could be cool with them. Men got a certain type of thing they can, you know what I'm saying? We forgive a little bit. But women though, woman is pure, just unadulterated, just they're bugged out, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't hang around a bitch just to talk about her. Well, who does that? Why would you hang around somebody to talk? If I don't want to be around, I'm not. But these hoes will be so-called taking selfies, you know what I'm saying, doing all this because they'll be like, I hate that bitch. I've heard it. I've talked to girls I dealt with. They be like, I can't stand her. I'm like, why are you a friend then?
Right, yeah. You're doing the same thing too on the way. You mad that she's taking selfies? Didn't you just take one? Or I'm eating this. I'm at this restaurant.
Yeah.
Same difference. Says then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her.
They're gonna see that we ain't just niggas, man. They're gonna see that we weren't meant to be. Man, a lot of those women in the day of the power, man, they're gonna be so ashamed. They're gonna be ashamed. That's why it says 7 women shall take hold of one man. That's the spirit they're gonna be in. They're gonna be like, well, fuck, man. These dudes, man, damn, man. They were the men of the Lord, man. I cheated on, and those women are out the box when that happens, man. But I'm telling you, the women that haven't dealt with, they're gonna be like, man, damn, those are the men?
Right.
They're gonna be willing to do anything. They're not gonna worry about if you popping another woman. They're not gonna worry about if you don't dress too well, you're funky. They don't care, man. They're gonna eat your dirty socks if you want them to, man.
Right.
They're gonna boil that shit up and eat it, man. Go ahead, Al.
It says, and
I'd have seen a white bitch with braids looking like Shaniqua.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is going on in life? Go ahead, man.
And she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her.
Exactly. See? Shame, man. They're gonna have their head down. They're not gonna be lifting up and looking you in your eye. They'll barely be able to keep their chin from the ground.
That's right.
Their chin is gonna be on their chest. We call it chin chest. Okay? Go ahead, Al.
Where is it? Shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is thy power?
Where is this Yahweh you've been calling on? Where is Yahweh Shai at? They're gonna say that, man. These women are wicked, man. Or you'll teach them something and they'll throw it out the window. Just like Job's wife. You don't think Job was giving her the business on the scripture side?
That's right.
Teaching her how to conduct herself as a woman? She played a good part.
Right.
And that was a woman. That was a woman of ancient world. She could sew, she could cook, she could clean, she could tend to the house. So what you got today, man? And she got sideways.
That's right.
So what do you think these women today, they can't boil water, man. They can barely pour milk right, man. So you gonna tell me that these women are gonna be somewhat on point? No. When the shit gets hard, they're gonna crumble and fall, man. Go ahead, Art.
God says, mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the
Now
streets.
it's your turn to be shit. Because these women are hand in hand with Esau in this society.
That's right.
He's because Esau wants to be a fucking woman. That's why he's a tranny, man.
That's right.
He wants to be a woman. That's that queen of heaven, man.
It's true.
But we gonna be established, and then you gonna go right along with them, man.
That's right.
You gonna be women are gonna go back into servitude. You're gonna be slaves, man. You gonna have wives, but that's what a wife is. She's a glorified slave, man. A servant, a helpmate.
Just to show you how wicked Babylon is in this country. Before the celebration, like the real big population and what's called advertisement of Christmas, children used to be like they were in the ancient world where they used to work. You get a child, and their child up until a certain age, and then next thing you know, there's no baby them, there's no still coddling them. They're put into the workforce, the work world. They're doing stuff on their parents' farm or business or something like that. There is no trying to, because that's all for capitalism, for money. If you condition them to be a certain way for money, they're gonna turn right into that. So the woman is the same way. Somewhere when women that Queen of Heaven worship, and this Babylon has put women on society on a pedestal, okay? And so they have no other choice but to. That's why when you get a woman and you talk to her, it's like a magic trick when she tells you, "Oh, I cook, I clean, I sew. Check this out." It's like she's about to do hand of slide movement.
Yeah. You're watching this one.
You're watching. Be like, I'm looking careful at the trick. She's like, I don't talk shit to my man. You're like, oh shit. How is this possible?
Yeah,
tell me. I'm like,
you think you got the best move.
You like what?
Where you been at?
I'm like, what kind of trick is this? Tell me the truth. She's like, I don't talk shit to my man. I'm respectful. Blah blah blah. You meet a woman like that, you're in awe. Yeah. It's like literally seeing somebody get sawed in half, or seeing some type of prestidigitation. Some BS. You sitting there like, man, either she got legion on her, right, or she's a godly woman, a God-fearing woman. Either one, and they don't exist. The scriptures told you that our enemy. Yeah. She that is our enemy.
Among 1,000, Solomon said he found none.
He could not find one.
And he popped 1,000 women of the ancient world.
Bad.
Different, just to the gristle. And they were bigger too.
Yeah.
Bigger women, man. That's why you see a remnant of them when you see a woman that she's about 6, 9, 7 foot.
Right.
That's a woman of old, man.
Right.
She's coming back.
That's what they used to talk. That song, the Amazon. That's what they call it.
Amazon.
They
were big women. Yeah, they were bigger.
Right,
man.
they were bigger. You had bigger women that actually had, why? Because they was popping kids out. Yeah. All right, they was they were helping the man out. They were helpmate.
They were eating good,
taking care of they self.
Yeah. There was one woman that chopped a man's head off for Israel and brought the head to Israel, man. You know what kind of bitch? And that wasn't she was a tenderoni type.
Right.
The one that was in the tent, because the king, I forget the king. We could look it up. You brothers look it up, man. It's a good read. You know what I'm saying? But look it up. But I'm gonna give you the gist of the story. The king came to lay up. Like, it was a woman. She was kneading dough, put him to sleep, gave him the milk and cookie treatment. As soon as he went to sleep, she took a tent spike and hammered it into his head till it went to the ground, man. Went through his fucking brain, and she could have went through his ear, whatever. Right. But she hammered a fucking tent spike into his head and then cut his head off and brought it to the men of Israel, man. Overkilled his ass, bro. Pepe had the tent spike still in his fucking head.
Right. She didn't remove nothing.
That's what our women would do for us. So that spirit has turned against us. Now they're willing to do anything to come against us in that way, man. These women, I seen the story, man, broke my damn heart. But the Lord set it up that way. But a damn nigga woman was getting ready to lose custody of the girl. So her and her baby daddy killed the fucking kid, man. Mm-hmm. The father's in the courtroom just sobbing, man. Mm-hmm. He was getting ready to get the kid on Monday. She killed him on Sunday. Killed her on Sunday, man. That shows you the mindset. And she in the courtroom with no remorse, man.
None.
She didn't drop one tear. She didn't have no, I feel horrible. She didn't have none of that, man. So that's showing you these women are literally, they're demonic and our enemies, man. Why do you think they put you on child support? Because what happens after a period of time on child support, man? Mm-hmm. You get your license taken away, and then if you don't keep paying, you go to jail, man. Mm-hmm. So they're willing to take your freedom away for what? Some money, man. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
All right, yeah.
You just come from church or something, man? You just came from church or something?
Trying to get into the whole thing, man.
What thing?
Just the whole book.
You just walk around with a Bible?
No, sir.
Oh, you just brought your Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this from my brother.
Okay. That's what's up.
I wasn't a believer in Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
And I saw y'all out here earlier, man.
Okay.
All right.
You came today. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So you know you're Israelite, though. You know that at least, right? Okay. Well, that's the thing we in now, man. We're Judah. See?
All right. Hey, that's a beautiful thing.
All praise y'all about Shimmy outside. That was a reason, because we were getting ready to dip.
That's right.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. We're touching on the subject of the Lord returning us, man. For you to come in this mindset, it also goes into what? The penny, you're in the coming in the last hour, man. For you to be woken up at this time, man, the word is getting ready to be taken out. We just read it. You still got that? Get that mic, man. Because the Lord is getting ready to close the gate, man. And you can turn with us.
John, yeah.
Give him the script.
This is Micah chapter 7. This is the mine enemy shall see.
Give me, what is that?
Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah, where it says that he should gather.
Hosea 1 and 2.
Yeah, Hosea, Salakia. No, turn to Hosea.
Hosea. Hey, that's the I was literally thinking that scripture. That's the script. That's the spirit. I was like, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Hosea 10. 1. Hosea chapter 1.
Yep.
Verse 10.
1 and 10.
It's right after Daniel. It says, yet the number of the children, listen to the Bible. This is, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it said unto them, ye are not my people.
See? So this is the place right here. We're America. They told us you was a nigga, man. The furthest they'll go, you're African. Like, I'm gonna give you to show you how much this word is gaining clout. That Black Panther movie, that was a psyop, man. That was to bring our people back into that mentality of Africanism. We're not African. But what was that whole? Have you seen the Black Panther?
Yeah, I saw
the whole movie was gearing us back into that African mentality. That was the white man trying to come against this truth. And you see how much money that made. $1 billion, right. Man. That movie made $1 billion because what? Our people are searching for something, man. You see what I'm saying? Our people are searching, so that's why that Black Panther movie hit the way it did, man. Because they played on our hurt, man. They played on our hunger. That's why this white man is a strategic. He's the devil.
Right.
2 Thessalonians. He is the devil. He's a physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan. What are you talking about? Esau. I said the white man, because the so-called white man, because he's the one that made that Black Panther movie. Because the guy that wrote it, Stan Lee or whatever like that, he's a so-called Jew.
Right.
So they took all his ideas come from the Bible, man. What do you think they got the idea for superheroes, man? They got it from where do you think Samson was doing? Samson killed 1,000 men with a jawbone. That was real, man. Because you got to think, men were bigger back then. Goliath was about 14, 15 feet. David was about 10 foot. You see a 10-foot man running around now, you're going to be scared, bro.
Right.
7 foot, we were talking about 7 foot, that's what an average woman was.
Right.
People were bigger, bro, because that's why the Lord, he's shrunk everything. But back to the fact, the Black Panther played on our emotions. That's why who went to see that? Me and the brothers, before the movie came out, we was like, man, why did they come in there with the Coming to America on?
Right.
They did it.
Right.
They actually had the lion head from Coming to America with the thing on like they're Africans. No, because the word African goes back to a Roman general, Leo Scorpius Africanus. So when you call yourself African, you're calling yourself after a Roman general. The land of Africa was named Put or Ham. Ham, you see what I'm saying? That's what Africa was called. It wasn't called Africa because the Romans conquered that land. So they named it after that general. You see what I'm saying? So African is just a made up word, okay? But keep reading that.
Come on. And it says, Israel shall be the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
And we're going to come looking like every other nation, because what happens, we've been dispersed by every other nation. We got brothers in Ukraine coming to this truth, man. But it's a spirit, you see what I'm saying? We're not going to look like John Shack. You can have a white dude. You see them white dudes, they call them wiggers. You see what I'm saying? But they dress like Negroes. They act like Negroes.
Confusing the face.
See, man, this truth is banging, man. This is beautiful. But that's showing you that's a confusion of face, man. We're gonna come looking like everybody, man, because the Lord is. I call it. It's called. The Lord is so smart because He camouflaged us. If we look like what we're supposed to look like, the white man can pinpoint us and take us out. But now there's no way that he can take all Israel out because he don't know how Israel looked. Just like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was a Negro, man. Bruce Lee.
Like how we got spread around like slave trade.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what
It's gonna come. It's gonna explain it. Keep
Right.
going. I pick apart scriptures, man. Keep going.
It says, which Israel shall be the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said,
Come on.
unto them, ye are not my people.
And they said, look, because you got these so-called Israelis acting like us, man. You know what? Because we were on them, the same ones that's in the land of Israel right now own the very slave ships that we were transferred on. You know that?
Right.
There were Jewish-owned slave ships. Google it, man. They owned all that. They made the money. So we were singing when we were on them ships. You know what we were doing? Because we didn't write down our history. We sung it. That's why people right now are very musical inclined people. We would sing to the Lord, man. When we went out of Egypt, we would sing, man. The Lord gave us that voice and that talent for Him. We would sing the whole book of Psalms. That was Psalms. David sung unto the Lord. You see what I'm saying? But they were actually prophetic. They were prophecies, but they were in the form of songs. You get what I'm saying? That's what it was, man. Keep going.
And it says, and in the place, and it should come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living
And that's what
power.
you see happening now, man. This proves the Bible is real, man. Every time, because before I came in this truth, I doubted, man. My faith was wavering. Because I was like, damn, man, something wasn't adding up. Now you're seeing the words. This was written way before. Like Deuteronomy 28. Y'all know that. That's a very, you know about Deuteronomy 28? Oh, we gonna get that for. We must need get that. But finish that out, Hosea.
God. Verse 11. It says, Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
That's talking about, okay, when it says Judah and Israel, it seems confusing, okay? It seems like it's talking about two different people. No, the tribe of Judah was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And the Israel was the Latin tribe, which you call Ephraim on down. The Puerto Ricans, the Native Americans, they separated. Okay, when we separated at the time of Jeroboam and Rehoboam, it was a family feud. You know how you have a brother, right? You get into him, you might love your brother, you might hate your brother. You see what I'm saying? You get into a family feud. That's what happened between us. So when Jeroboam and Rehoboam that split, we looked at the northern tribe like, man, forget them. They left us anyway because they started going in idolatry. Idolatry is a form of witchcraft. Okay, so we were like, man, forget them. Good for them. They went in. What'd you say?
Idolatry. It's like ideology.
No, it's like idolism. Okay, if you put up an idol, like if you put up like a idol,
like a movie star.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But back then they used the actual like animals.
You talking about like this? Like
Yeah. That's an idol.
That's an idol, right?
Exactly. Good point. That's an idol. That's an actual idol, man. So what the northern tribe did, they put up the bull, the same bull when we left out of Egypt. They put that bull up, and they that's how Jeroboam got the Latin tribes to follow him. He put up the bulls because what our people were doing, because our people were wicked as hell, man. What we did, we were worshiping those idols in secret. They have little cubby hole. They look around. They'll grab the idol up out there. The Lord seen it. But what Jeroboam did, he put it out in the open. So they were like, shit, he's worshiping in the open. Let's go with him.
Right.
But then what happened after a period of time, the Lord sent the Assyrians into the northern tribe, and they took them down. And then we were like, good for them. But then what happened to us? The Babylonians came and got us. And we split. That's when we split. The northern tribe came over here to the Americas. That's why the Native Americans in the Latin tribe are over here. They came over here after the time of King Hoshea. You see what I'm saying? Keep going. It's history, man. To know this Bible, you got to know your history. You got to be key on that history because this is our history book right here.
Right.
Everything you need to know about where you've been at, where you've gone, and where you're gonna go is right here. This is not the white man's book. He uses it to make money. He don't use it for what it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord is so cold, he forced him to keep our history book going.
I like, see, I'm from Chicago, right? So with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to get into church before. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did a lot of stuff in my little life.
Yeah. Yes,
so what I'm saying is, like, I've been to a lot of churches where they weren't really for the people. You know what I'm saying? They used to just pretty much like, they had like little offering, little things going around.
Yeah.
And I feel like they used to just take my money.
Yeah, it's because what does it say? It's part of the house. It's those houses, the Lord said he doesn't dwell in temples made with hands. He's here now.
That's right.
It says where two or more gathered in my name, there I shall be. So the spirit is here now, man. That's the wonderful part of the Lord. You can't contain the Most High, man. It says the universe can't contain him. You're going to put him in a little funky building, talking about a building fund. You know how many building funds I've heard of in my damn life? Oh, we got to get this building. There's some
30 years, you still got a building fund.
There's some churches that'll lock you in that damn church and say, we ain't leaving till we get this money. But they doing it for their bellies. That's why it says my pastors, they go after their belly, man. You know, that's the feeling. I felt the same way.
I just got a question when it comes to, I see it say Jesus is a Negro.
Yeah.
What is because I mean I've only seen Mexicans named Jesus.
Because the letter J is the youngest letter in the alphabet. Okay, the letter J is only actually the word Jesus is not a word. That's a made up word because the letter J is only about 500 years old. Okay, so they use that word to say. We only use Negro because the word Negros is black, and when you talk about the Latin tribes, that's why it says Negro Blanco. It's saying he's black, man.
What's his name?
What is his name? You want to know his name? His name is Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai. We're going back to the Paleo Hebrew. Like if you ever watch Charlton Heston, the Ten Commandments, you see the tablets he's holding up in the front of it. It's got Paleo Hebrew written right there. And then how some people be like, oh, it's not the name, it's this name, Yeshaya Banya, because they're not schooled on the Hebrew. If you go to the Moabite stone, and we were talking about this earlier, the spirit. The Moabite stone was a stone that was commemorating the taking down of Israel, okay? It was the Chinese, or what you call the Chinese today, they're Moabites, okay? They put the name of the Lord in their stone.
They're making fun of us
by putting the name there.
We want to have it where, you know, this actual, we want to put in the history books of these people going down. While they're making fun or documenting it, you ever see somebody get their butt whooped and you get the phone out and be like, I got to see how
they documented it.
They documented that and they put the name of the Lord in actual Hebrew in it.
Because we had our name, we put the name everywhere. Because a part of the commandment said you're supposed to write the law on your doorpost of your house. You'd have to have the law all on your doorpost. And the Moabite stone is about this big. It's huge. It's
Google
this big. Oh, you can Google. You've got a phone, Google. It's called a Moabite stone. But that's why it says his name is Yahweh. Because when Moses asked, he said, what is your name? He said, I am. Okay, Yah is he and Hawa is to be or is. That's why it's omnipresent or omnipotent. And Yahweh Shai is not the same as Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh Shai means he is the deliverer. Okay, it's the same, has that first part to it, but it says he is the deliverer. Because he's the one that was going to deliver us. The Lord set him up. And I always be telling people the Most High always geared us up for the Lord. Everything that from the beginning of Genesis, he was already getting us ready for the Lord. Because the act of sacrifice, when he said, look, when you sin, you're supposed to sacrifice a lamb, right? You're supposed to sacrifice a goat. You're supposed to sacrifice this. You're supposed to sacrifice that. For every sin, there's got to be atonement. That was gearing us. You ever heard of grooming somebody? If you groom somebody, you're doing something sly before you get the actual thing on
predators do with the kids.
Exactly. Right. That's exactly what I got that from. So the Lord groomed us for the Lord, for his son. Because his son was always going to sacrifice himself for us and always going to sit on the right hand of the Father. So that's what he was selling. That's why the Lord said, look, I'm done with the sacrifices. He said, you can sacrifice all the lambs in Basra, all of them, and that won't make me happy. So his son was that sacrifice. That's why Yahweh Shai himself got weak. He said, Lord, is there any other way?
Right.
In the Garden of Gethsemane, and the word Gethsemane means oil press. In the Garden of Gethsemane, he's like, Father, he was stressed, man. He was sweating blood, man. He was getting ready to die, man. He knew it. A horrible death. So, man, you know how many dudes would have buckled under that? Oh, yeah. But he said, look, the father didn't answer him. And that was heavy not to answer his own son, man. His son wasn't doing anything wrong because he said he lived without blemish. He was perfect. So there was no reason for him not to answer him at that time. For him not answering it was a hard thing, man. You know what I mean? Imagine giving your son, man. That's how much the Lord loves his people, man. Go ahead. But his name is Yahweh Shai, man. And that's for you to receive it and look it up, man. We can write it down and you can do some research, man. But don't let me just say it and you go after it. Because when you pray to that name, if you get to the point where you want to pray to that name, you got to believe it. It says it's impossible to please the Lord without faith. So if you ain't got faith with that, it don't matter if I give you the name, lock, stock, and barrel, you can say it back and forth, but there won't be no power in it, bro. You see what I'm saying? So at first, when you come in this thing with the milk, Just sip the milk, man. And the Lord will set you up to a time where he'll give you that name and you'll believe it, man. There's power in it, man. We seen demons come out of people, man, on the street behind that name, man.
Right.
That's for you if you can receive it, man. This thing is God. That's why I said you must believe it in your own self. If you don't believe it, you ain't gonna be saved, bro. I don't care how good you put this thing on, you ain't gonna be saved, man. The angels know your heart, man. That's gonna be the separator. Go ahead, finish that.
It says that the children of Judah and children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. And they shall come up out of the land, for the great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Yeah, because we coming out of the land now. We're being spiritual. This is a spiritual deliverance. For y'all to be up here right now, it's raining, man. Most people looking at us like, man, look at these crazy people. This is the spirit, man. This is it. It's not gonna come in some glowy ball that's just gonna drop down and here's a spirit. You don't do that. It's in you, man. It's something that the Lord stirs up in your heart to believe, man. We're just talking about this, like, man, this is the spirit working right here. Just like in the time when the cloven tongues fell on the disciples, the people that the cloven tongues didn't fall on was looking at them like they going crazy. What's wrong with them? That's what they're looking at us now. They didn't picture in themselves to say, man, the spirit just fell on them, because they were understanding languages that wasn't of their own. You get what I'm saying? One might have been from Mesopotamia. One might have been from over here, but they were speaking and they were all understanding each other. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's now. We all walks of life, but something is bonding us. You see what I'm saying? Something's bringing us here. You know me, I'm out of town. I even told this brother, I'm like, man, bro, I'm gonna come see. It worked out so perfectly, man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We were about to leave in the rain, but we were like, nah, let's get some more precepts out. If we would have dipped, this never would have happened, man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Y'all would have missed us, but it was meant for us to say. Keep going.
That was it on that. I got the Deuteronomy.
Get that Deuteronomy,
All right,
man.
got you.
This right here is your, when you leave, this is the scripture I want you to go and study, man. This is the first basic 101. I want you to go and I want you to just read this scripture over and over again, okay? Keep going.
It says Deuteronomy chapter 28, the 5th book in the Bible. In the Old Testament, the 5th. Just count 5 books. You can read along. I mean, listen along while you do it.
He's got the consonants right there. Go to Deuteronomy.
Right there. Deuteronomy, 5 books. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. I'll read it verbatim. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, my man, when the people gather, what's on the back of the United States dollar?
Pyramid.
A pyramid, right? It's a what kind of pyramid? It's not any pyramid. Where does that pyramid go back to?